our latest guest, Mr. Jerry Harper, local attorney. Hey, Mr. Jerry, welcome back to Keel. How you been?
Good morning. I'm doing fine.
So help us out here, because we're simple people with simple jobs, unlike yourself. You are the lawyer for the plaintiffs. Your guys sued the city, saying the water billing is basically a mess and you need to straighten it out. And the judge in the case came back with something. Was it yesterday? Give us the latest news.
Yeah. Yesterday, the Judge Michael Pittman ruled that the city has been overbilling its customers, some 66,000 accounts. That is virtually every household in the city and many outside the city that get their water from the city. That those folks have been overbilled for years upon years, and that the city owes them money back.
Now, how you did? I saw. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. The judge's ruling said for at least the last 10 years, and it was how many millions of dollars?
Well, we don't know for sure because the city has been very reluctant to provide us with information. But based upon the information we have obtained, our estimate is that it's certainly in the tens of millions of dollars, somewhere possibly around $25 million.
Jerry, is the city going to let you have access now to the bills?
They'll be required to, Aaron. The next phase will be quantum or damages, and now the city will have to provide that information to us.
And how long before I get my money back?
That is a very good question. We have been working on this case, trying to get reimbursements for customers for now 2.5 years, and we've finally gotten to the point that we have a judgment, and we've asked dozens of times for the mayor and the administration's, previously Mayor Tyler and now Mayor Perkins, to sit down with us and look at this and resolve it and pay people back what they're owed. And so now we're going to, again, ask today, as a matter of fact, for the Perkins administration, to, now that they have this ruling, to sit down with us and pay people back what they're owed. And if they agree to do so and provide us with the information we need to do the calculations on damages, we could have checks conceivably in the hands of everyone by Christmas or by New Year's.
Now, you had said, pardon me, Mr. Jerry, you had said your first number was 10 million, then you said maybe as much as 20 million or more.
Tens of millions.
Tens of millions, that's fair. But am I correct in assuming that does not include what you'll ask for in damages?
No, those are damages. In a case like this, all we're asking for, of course, is fairness to the people that were overcharged. We want the full amount of the overcharges plus interest on that amount. And we want the city to pay for the attorney's fees required for us to sue them and to obtain these reimbursements. That's what we want.
Now,
there won't be any damages for humiliation, embarrassment, inconvenience, or moral whiplash.
It is a point, and Aaron's talked me out of it, or attempted to talk me out of it a couple of times. Isn't this basically where the people of Shreveport are suing themselves?
No, and Aaron is wise to talk you out of it.
Let's not be crazy, Mr. Jerry, but go ahead.
Aaron is wise, Jerry.
Aaron is wise, yeah. There's a promo right there. Thanks, pal.
She's right about that. This money is, not everything you own is owned by the city of Shreveport, and including the money in your bank account every month. And the city can't take what it wants. And here, the city, through the city council, passed a resolution on the amount of money necessary to maintain the water and sewer system. Water and sewer system's a utility, and they're a monopoly. And they're only entitled to charge the amounts necessary to maintain that monopoly. They're not supposed to make a profit. So to the extent they've overcharged you, they've taken money out of your bank account that they are not entitled to and put it in their bank account. The city's bank account now has a surplus of $45 million in it. That is an extraordinary figure in our view.
Pardon me, you're talking about the Water Department surplus.
The Water Department Enterprise Fund surplus has grown from about $4 million in 2009 to $45 million today.
And some of that's my money, right?
That's correct.
Okay, Jerry, you
That's
told us
very
last
wise.
time, you told us, folks, everybody that has had a water bill over the last few years is in this lawsuit unless you opt out.
That's right.
Have you sent notices yet out to opt out, or is that the next step?
That's the next step. We asked the court to approve the notices, and then the next step after that, and one that you might keep your eye on, is that since the court has ruled that this billing process the city is using is unlawful, that it's overbilling, we're going to seek an injunction within 30 days to require the city to stop sending out overbilling bills every month.
They're still overbilling us?
They are still overbilling you today, and the very interesting question to be answered in the next 30 days is whether the city is going to fight the injunction to insist on continuing to overbill even after the court has told them they're overbilling.
They can appeal this ruling, correct?
They can.
And that would go to the Second Circuit, I assume.
That's correct.
Okay.
Mr. Jerry, pardon me, but is this one of those like the mesothelioma class action commercials I see on TV where you don't know all the plaintiffs, this, that, and the other, and basically lawyers' fees end up being 50% of the settlement? Is this going to be something like that, or a little less?
No, it will certainly not be like that. I suppose there probably are some class actions somewhere out there that somebody got 50%, but that would be very, very unusual. Here, the attorney's fees are going to be paid from either the city or from a percentage of the class. We're going to ask that 100% of the attorney's fees be assessed against the city so that the amounts that are owed to the class will not be diminished a penny.
So you're not tapping into my money?
That's our objective, is that we're not tapping into your money. On the other hand, as much as people don't like it, this law firm has been working for 2.5 years for nothing, and we're entitled to be paid a fair attorney's fee, and that's all we're going to ask for.